So the next question is, since there are two of you, what was it like to collaborate on Wings to Fly? How did you work together to create the uplifting tone and message throughout the book?
Yeah, we literally met due to um, health and wellness and energy, I would say. He was building an alternative healing uh, store. Well, he already had it built, and me, I was in a position where I was, hurt, but trying to lose weight, and I also was already starting my writing career, but only blog writing. So I was looking for a way to write to kids, being that I already, had a camp as well that was pretty successful in my alma mater, Knoxville. So with that being said, I felt as if Howard and what he does for uh, older people in the healing and wellness space and what he was able to do for me as an athlete really portrayed his energy and what I would consider a lifelong partner and friend. So beyond the book, just for all entrepreneurs and creatives who are trying to collaborate, it's best to meet someone on their energy, like the Chinese way. I would say something I learned in China is a lot of business people first become friends. They literally connect. They make sure, they shake hands like 3 or 4 times first, and then they get into creating and collaborating. And that's literally something that Howard and I was able to do organically. And then we, were able to hash out the book just, based on, I had a little sister. He has a daughter that just so happened to have the same name. Sports. We both want to build a animation, uh, just super house that involves TV and film. So with that being said, I'll let Howard explain.
Nice. So yeah, we met initially through health and wellness, and that I've always wanted to kind of flex my creativity, but it was many years before that I did some writing. I was doing some on-camera work, and I wrote a film called Shut Up and Kiss Me, and I did stand-up comedy, but it had been many years since that. So the health and wellness was also kind of a creative idea, but also to help people, and that's how me and Jarnell met. But as far as the creative process, I mean, I was very charged up from his story, and that was a real enlightening thing. We talked about this quote that we were both inspired by. That was from Michael Jordan's autobiography about not being afraid of failure at all, and it really does. The more times you fail, the more it's going to drive you, right, to limit your failures, because you're never going to be a superstar right out of the bat, right? That's a fantasy. So any kid should realize it's hard work and dedication. And yeah, so we had a process of coming up with the overall concept, and then particular ideas, what would eventually pages in the book, and then we would storyboard it. I mean, all you need is a $2 package of note cards, and we started to shuffle them around, and then we had the semblance of a children's book to come.
That's awesome. I love the friendship aspect beforehand. I think a lot of people just go into a collaboration thinking business only. They kind of skip that friendship part, but it's important to be able to work with somebody, on a person to person basis too.
Oh yeah, no, it's been a wonderful thing. I crave that synergy. So it's a big part of what drives me.
Yeah, I agree because I wonder, just being an athlete and wanting to step outside of my parameters, the basketball world is extremely closed. I mean, we go in the locker room, we talk about anything outside of like these three things, and we're ridiculed for it. So, with that being said, I was a bit in exploration mode, and I wanted to make sure that just going to your point about the friendship, just as a black athlete or as a spiritual guy, as a man that understands history, and I'm kind of hinting at this because I know Black History Month's coming up and Martin Luther King Day just passed, so blessings up to Martin Luther King. But I feel like the next war, and I hate using the word war, but the next war is somewhat in the Jim Crow era, which is his, what I believe. There's two different ways to go about it, but he took creativity and these images and content overall and use the black art in a way that doesn't shine light on what our culture truly stands for. And I see a lot of people being paid to represent this narrative of who black people are. And if Martin Luther King was here today, he would slap so many people of mine in the face for that exact reason. I hope, please edit it out if that, uh, offends. But seriously, in that, and I have to respect Howard, and I had to understand and open up my trust to him, just being that I know so much about the world, how it works, and also my mission in the future and through this project was also to help you know build up young kids, because I feel as if a lot of kids right now are in situations where they're stuck, and if you see shit, and if you walk outside and you go to school and you're being fed crap, and whether that's in the classrooms or even in the lunchroom, I feel like there needs to be an avenue for kids to see it, to become it. I think that's the biggest thing that Howard and I spent a lot of time doing, was visualizing, and we didn't even know it, but we were synergizing each other to visualize um, something that ended up being what I believe will touch, hundreds of thousands to millions of people once we're all said and done. So I just have the utmost respect for, Howard, for believing and trusting in this vision. And, Dia, Shelly, Polly, everyone who, Unsu, we didn't talk about our illustrator who just got a big job at Shimmer and Shimmer. And she did some things with Nickelodeon, DreamWorks, and a few other companies. But I feel like we're, on a roll right now, and we have the traction and the product that is just, on its way to a great, great stride. And I think this is just the start. We are definitely thinking book series as opposed to book. We're also, starting a TV show animation, which is, the screenplay is just about ready. We also have a feature film titled Bounce, which is, in development. So I'm excited about Creation Nation Animation, and I think the conversations and the friendship that we started will grow and lead to a 10-year partnership that we could have just came together and said, let's figure out a way to make some quick cash, and never got a chance to know each other, and this could just be a whole entire headache. So we have to have patience and understanding for where we are in the process. And I appreciate you, Rachel, for allowing us to come onto the show.